Welcome to our monthly webinar, Most Frequently Asked Questions answered by Dlubal support team. My name is Andreas Hörold. I'm responsible for marketing and public relations in the company Dlubal Software. For instance, the Dlubal website, the German and English webinars, newsletters, and so on. I will be the moderator and presenter today. My colleague Markus Baumgartel will support me, but he can introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Markus Baumgartel. I'm responsible for customer support and frequently asked questions on our website. And today I will help Andreas to answer your questions during this webinar.
Okay, thank you for your introduction. Then we can switch off our webcams that the attendees can see the full screen. I say some words for the new attendees, how to ask questions. You can show or hide the control panel with that arrow here, and then enter your question here, and Markus will answer you. The other way is to watch the entire webinar and then email questions to info@dlubal.com. Before I start, I would like to invite you to our booth at the BAU 2023 in Munich. Yeah, just visit our booth, book your live demo, then you will get the free ticket. You can click on that link or scan that QR code. At the end of the webinar, I show where you can find the slides. And then you can just click on the link if you want to visit us and get your free ticket. Okay, then I start with the first question. This is the GeoZone tool is not loading. What can I do? Yeah, some users of our GeoZone tool had problems with the display of the load maps. You can find under solutions the snow load, wind speed, and seismic load maps. Yeah, it works for me, but if you have got problems, you can click, for example, in Google Chrome on that lock here, left above. For me, it's in German. You can click on cookies and then delete all cookies. It can be that you have got outdated cookies or not necessary cookies activated. And if you refresh the page, then this paragraph here or this dialog appears, and you need to allow the cookies, at least the necessary cookies. And if you do that, then all should be fine again. Okay, that was the first question. Then we turn to the program and the second question, just a moment. Okay, the second question is, can I specify in the combination wizard that load cases from different action categories are mutually exclusive? A relationship between load cases describes rules according to which certain load cases must be considered in the load combination. And this way you can define the load cases that either always occur together or are mutually exclusive. In this example here, I've got different load cases, for example, self-weight, snow, wind, and a man load. And to introduce you that function, I would like to not combine the load case number 3 and the load case number 4. If there is full wind, nobody should be on the roof. Okay, how to do that? I open with a right click in the navigator data, the load cases and combinations. At the moment, the combination wizard is activated, and at the moment I've got 13 load cases. And you can see also load case 3 and load case 4 is, they are combined in the load combinations. So, and when I turn to design situations, then you can check here. Consider inclusive, exclusive load cases. And you can create a new relationship, inclusive load cases and exclusive load cases. That's the dialog for the inclusive load cases. And if you click on it, then the edit button here appears and you can select different load cases, for example. Okay, and then here you can combine or can select load cases that combine only with that load cases. For example, the other load case. Okay, I think that makes no sense. We use the example that makes sense with exclusive load cases. That's the opposite function as inclusive load cases. Can select here or go in the table here and then click on the edit button. You can select the wind load case, and we don't want to combine the man load case with wind. Okay, we can apply that. Okay, and let's take a look at the load combinations. Now we have only 8 combinations, and the combination or the load case 3 and the load case 4 are not combined anymore. Okay, I can leave the dialog and close that model. And we turn to the next question. That's the right example. And the question is, I'm trying to design a laterally supported member. Unfortunately, the results I get are completely implausible. What could be the cause of this? Imagine we want to define laterally supports in the third points here. That's a 50-meter long beam, and after 5 meter and after 10 meter in the third points, we would like to define such supports. How to do that? I double click on the beam. Then the design properties are checked here for the steel design. Then I turn to the design types and in the dialog effective lengths. Create new effective lengths. So then under nodal supports and effective lengths, I can activate intermediate nodes and insert rows. I insert 2 rows and define fixed in Y direction, in direction of the weak axis. Okay, let's run the steel design. So, okay, as you can see, it's overloaded, and you can see on the mode shape that the girder isn't supported in the third points. And the mistake was that, it's not a mistake, but the program needs nodes in the third points. If I click on it again and go to the design types, maybe you saw it already. There are no node numbers here, and that's the reason why it doesn't work. Okay. So let's define these nodes. I select the beam, or I right click on the beam. Then under members, I find the function divide members. I click on n intermediate nodes, define 2 intermediate nodes, and I check the option create on member nodes without dividing member. I could also uncheck this, then the member would be divided but then you had to create a set of member. I would like to avoid that, but it would be also possible. Okay, so two nodes are created in the third points, and yeah, the member isn't divided. I double click on it, go again to the design types and use the edit button. And then you can see the program detects automatically the nodes and assigned the fixed function in X direction to the nodes. Okay. And in the preview graphic, you can see the supports, the laterally supports. Okay, let's run the steel design again. So then now you can see the ratios under 1 now. And if I click on stability design, then you can see the mode shape. I edit the factor. So, and then you can see that it is supported in the third points, a completely different mode shape and a different design, stability design. Okay, then we turn to the next model or next models. The question is, or that's not a question of the last month, but of the last months. Can I transfer the support forces from one model to another model as loads? So let me prepare the window. I tied it horizontally. I've created two models. That's the model floor 3, and under floor 3 is floor 4 and another model. Yeah, you could design it in one model, but sometimes it's necessary, or you would like to design it in different models. And then it's possible now to transfer or to apply the support reaction from that model as load on this model. Yeah, and I can show you, or I describe or explain it on two examples. You can see already here's a support reaction of 206 kilonewton, and here a support nodal load 206. Here 101, and this nodal load is missing on the node number 17. We have got 160 kilonewton as support reaction, and we would like to apply that in that node. How to do that? I create a new load, new nodal load, left above. So, and then I check from support reaction. Then a new dialog is available now. I have to select the model. So I have different models in that folder. I select the floor 3. Now, I can say it's absolutely necessary that both models are in the same Dlubal center folder. That's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, the link between the two models will not work. So floor 3, that load case, node number. Okay. That's why I displayed the nodal numbers. We have to select the nodal number 17. Okay, and the load should be in Z direction. Also, as the transfer of horizontal load, as you can see, is also possible. Okay. So, and I select the node. And yeah, where are still question marks visible? Because we have to calculate the model. So, but before we do that, I would like to assign a line load. So on that line, I can rotate also this model here. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. This support reaction from line number 22 should act as line load on the line number 2. So we create a new line load. We activate the function from support reaction. I can choose a load distribution with varying uniform. I leave it varying. Then in the dialog from support reaction, I have to choose the model floor 3, load case number 1, line number 22, and in Z direction should the load act. Okay, I have to select the line. That's all. And now we have to calculate all. Yeah, this is the first expansion stage of the function. Yeah, and it has been released with the current version. So as you can see, here are 89 kilonewton per meter, and here 89 kilonewton per meter as load. Okay. Then the nodal, the support reaction was 116 and 116 here in that node. Okay, yeah, that should be all. Yeah, do I forget to mention anything? Yeah, as I mentioned, the features in the first stage, and there will be another variant soon in which several elements and several load cases can be linked together at the same time. Yeah, just try it. Also with the downloaded models, you can download the models from our website. I will show at the end of the webinar where you can find the models. Okay, yeah, the most important thing is that you, that the two models or more models are in the same Dlubal Center folder. And then you should, at first step, you should use the function save as, and then all should be linked. Okay, then I close that model. And I turn to the next question. Is there a way to assign custom keyboard shortcuts to certain commands, such as copy to clipboard and so on? With RFEM 6 and RStup 9, you can assign hotkeys to a variety of commands. This way, frequently used commands can be executed easily and quickly with a previously assigned key combination. Now you can do that also for the mouse. If the mouse has other buttons beside the left button, the right button, and the middle button, you can also assign a shortcut to these other keys. I would like to show the shortcut for the keyboard. You can do a right click on the toolbar. Then you can see the customize menus and toolbars function, or under options, you can also find this function. So if you open it, there are already shortcuts defined, and I would like to show it on an example. We would like to create a shortcut for print graphics to PDF. I double click on it, and then I press the CLT button and D. Okay. Then set. And I leave the dialog. And if I click CLT and D, then the PDF print should be opened. Yeah, okay. And if I click on OK, then I can print the graphic. Okay. Then we turn to the next question. I have to open another model. The question is, are the manufacturer database for CLT also included in the multi-layer surface add-on? Now, I would like to show that on a model of a previous webinar. And under thicknesses are layers defined. If I can create a new thickness to show you the library. So I have to define a material and then, no, that's not right. I have to define or assign a thickness type, layers. Okay, that's better. Then I click on layers, and you can find the library here, the book button. Click on it, and you can see all the manufacturers here. Binderholz, KLH, and so on. Now I can select any layer combination here, and it will be imported. Okay. That's all to that question. Yeah, we extend this library from time to time or continuously. I think this week will be another manufacturer integrated. Okay, then we turn to the last question for today. The last question is, can I import models from Revit 2023? Yes, the interface to Revit 2023 has recently been released. To use the interface in Revit, the add-on for the export or import must first be installed. I can show you where you can find it in your Explorer under Windows, program files, Dlubal, AFM, the current version 6.02 tools and Revit add-in. You can find the setup exe, and you have to double click on it and then install the tool, the interface. So I prepared that model to show you some things. If you have installed the interface, where is the AFM6 work in progress dialog here? Then you can find the export import button, Dlubal parameters, and the conversation tables. There are predefined conversation tables for the materials and the cross sections, but you can create new definitions for you have to enter the name in AFM for the cross section or for the material here, and the name in RFEM here. Okay. So yeah, before the export, we recommend creating an analytical model from the physical model. That's the physical model. And if you click on Analyze and Analytical Automation, then a calculation model is created. Yeah, with the definition of the material, or the member definition, and so on. Maybe you have to modify something on that calculation model, but that depends on the model in the Revit. Yeah. So once all parameters are present, nothing stands in the way of performing an export. But yeah, we have to click on the export model, and you can see you have different options. That's a similar dialog as in RFEM5. You can define the set direction, upwards, downwards, create a new structure, override existing structure. You can use the analytical or physical model or both, only selected objects, and so on. And under structural settings, you can apply different structural data. For example, you can convert isolated foundations to nodal supports, and the wall foundations in line supports. Those should be, those foundations should be nodal supports in RFEM. Yeah, and then we can press the start button, and the transfer to RFEM should work. So I open RFEM. So, okay, it creates a new model, and after some seconds, the model should be transferred. Okay. Now you can see all the members and surfaces and so on are transferred. Also the line supports and the nodal supports. Let's check if we can calculate the self-weight load case. Okay, that works. All was transferred fine. Yeah, an important note: if the export fails, it may be because web service has not been activated in RFEM. I can show you where to do that. Under options, you can find the program options. And when you scroll down, where is the web service? This button or this checkbox isn't activated by default. Yeah, then you have to check this. When you use the Revit interface or the other interfaces, the web service is for free. Okay. Yeah, that was the last question for today. Before I leave the webinar, I would like to show you the website where you can find the models and the recording. But before I do that, for these attendees who came later, if you want to visit the BAU and our booth, just book your live demo and get your free ticket. You can, if you don't want to go to the BAU, you can also book your free online appointment. For example, free product demonstration, or you can ask for a not binding offer for a program or add-on. Just click on that link or scan that QR code Yeah, and our sales team will help you. So then I go to the website again, the start page, dlubal.com, and under news and events, you find the webinars. That's the webinars of the next weeks, modeling sections in our section, form finding. That's today's webinar. In the next days, you will get a link to that page here. Also, you get your certificate, your attendee certificate. And if you click on the link in the email, you reach that page and you will find the recording here in the middle, the presentation slides with the links for your free ticket for the BAU. And you can find, or you will find, the models here in the next days. Yeah. Okay, then, yeah, I would like to say thank you for your attention. Thanks to Markus for answering the questions. Maybe a last hint: when you leave the webinar, where is a small survey, would be very nice if you answer the questions, or you can leave the answers out, but you can score us or score the webinar. If you like it, then just select 5. 5 is the best score and 1 the worst score. Okay, then I wish all a nice rest of the day. I hope we meet each other in a future webinar. Bye-bye.